Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show.
It's about to get real, well, you know the deal. You won't have to guess how either of them feel. Bringing up the things you don't think to know. Never knowing where the conversation will go. Just a little more than anything goes. It's a Christian and Daniel Show.
Hey everyone, I'm Christian.
And I'm Daniel.
And this is the Christian
and Daniel Show. What you usually say by yourself.
I'm going back to, we're getting old school.
Everybody, welcome to the show. It is Wednesday, June 26th, 2024. June is over. To all our friends watching us on Facebook and LinkedIn, do us a favor and hit that. Share this on your pages so other folks can watch with you. If you're watching this on YouTube, scroll down, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. It'll let you know every time there's a new show on. And to all our friends watching us on Instagram, hello, friends from Instagram. Thank you for watching. I'm keeping an eye on the channel to make sure all your comments pop up over here and I can talk about them. We can't share them, but we can talk about them. And why was I doing put it together? I don't know. Hello, Nancy.
Hello, Nancy.
How's it going? You are the first commenter of the day. So welcome to the show. How you doing, babe? How was your day?
I had a good day. It was a very good day and did good stuff and kids were great. It was just really nice. Hello, Emilio.
Hi, Emilio. ¿Cómo estás, papá?
So it was all good. It was all very, very, very nice.
For those of you that don't know, Christian is teaching summer school. What's the big? I mean, I know it's less students, but like less hours. Is it less stressful?
It's less hours, but it's less students. So you can really you don't have to do a lot of behavioral modification and management because there's just, there's only like between 6 to 10 kids in each class. So it's more relaxed and you don't have to put so much energy into managing behavior. You can actually focus on teaching.
Nice.
And making sure they get the information. And you don't have any state testing or anything like that. So you really are truly teaching in summer school. It's not, you're not teaching them getting ready for the test. You're just teaching them what they need to know and trying to get them caught up for the next school year before they start their next grade level.
And these are second graders, right?
No, I got reassigned. I'm working with fifth graders right now.
Fifth graders. Oh, wow. So that's what, 11? 10?
10.
10? Do you remember where you were at 10?
At 10, where was I? I was still in grammar school.
Well, I mean, where were you mentally? What kind of kid were you?
Oh, God, I was a dark child. I was manipulating people, getting other kids to do bad things and troubling things and watching them get in trouble and just giggle about it to myself. Patting myself on the back for never getting in trouble.
How evil!
I got good citizen awards, and I gave a speech to the entire school and the school board because of my deportment. I see you muting that. I saw you mute. I know what you said. Horrible.
Where I think I was a pretty good fifth grader. I was already over the talking too much because up to fourth grade, I was the talking. Oh, Nancy's here, so she can yes. Prove that. Up to fourth grade, I think her name was Miss Galvan. Miss Galvan was my home room teacher, and hi, Laura. Good vibes. Laura and the family are a little under the weather today. Oh, by the way, I also want to say our friend Gabe, he has pneumonia. I think he went to the hospital. He's been sick for like 5 or 6 days, and he finally went to the
My
hospital.
goodness, people
So-
are getting sick. You know, this summer is boding to be a sick summer.
Well,
And
before
I
I
don't
go to
mean
my
sick like good. I mean sick like people getting sick left and right.
before I go
'cause
into my 5th
We
grade,
easily have 3 kids in my class hacking away every day.
yeah. Well, this is I looked up because a lot of people have COVID right now. It says in the last week of December 2023, and the first weeks of 2024, the United States saw a bump in COVID-19 infections and hospitalizations.
Easy.
Deaths caused by the virus have hovered around 1,400 per week since September 2023 and peaked at 2,029 weekly in early January, bringing the
That is
total
crazy.
deaths in the United States to 1.17 million by the end of January 2024.
Wow.
Yeah, so we thought like we're okay, but people are still getting sick, and
Well, but it's no longer an epidemic. It's now an endemic. It's like the bird flu. It's like we know it's there. It's treatable. People aren't dying at the same rate they were in the beginning because we have the vaccines and treatments, different treatments now. But I'm not trying to minimize COVID. Trust me, I'm not trying to minimize COVID. It's horrifying. But it is an endemic now because we've gotten used to it. We know it's
Yeah.
there. Like you don't see people panicking in the streets. They're not running and buying all the toilet paper yet.
Well-
I don't know the connection to toilet paper and COVID.
but we're not panicking. But people are still. I mean, we have here comadre and the kids sick, and
Yeah.
both comadres were sick.
I mean, a
so
baby has it.
healing energy going your way, and get better. But
Yes.
yeah. So where were y'all? For those of you watching, where were you when you were in the 5th grade? What were you like? Like I said, I'd already stopped he talks too much from the 4th grade. I had Miss Ferrer was my home room teacher, and Miss
Mhm.
Marcus was my English teacher. And let me take you back to 5th grade English. This is when the eraser pens had come out. And so this is 1981, 82. And remember the pens you could erase came out, but they were
Oh, yes.
the eraser was horrible. The eraser would, if you didn't do it right, it would tear your paper.
Yeah, it
and-
wasn't a great design in those
Yeah.
early days.
And Miss Marcus, our English teacher, hi Will, ¿cómo estás? Saludos, es California Norte. Hello, North Carolina. Thank you for watching. We got some new people watching today. Emilio is new. Will is
Nice.
new to the show. Thank you for watching. But Miss Marcus was my English teacher, and you had to write all your reports in pen. And if you made a mistake, you had to start all over again. You couldn't use whiteout. You couldn't erase.
Nope.
And you had to have good cursive writing. Otherwise, she would like get on you. But she's the one that taught me how to write. Hola, qué bueno verte. She was the one that would like, get on me. So she's the one that made me have good penmanship and stuff, which I don't anymore, but she did.
No, just kidding.
No, I don't.
You
What
know,
else?
it's interesting when we were going over our cursive, when we were teaching the kids to write in cursive in 3rd grade, towards the end of the school year. You do it in like the last quarter of the school year in 3rd grade. And in 4th grade, they're supposed to continue writing in cursive. I didn't realize, as you get older and you're writing in cursive, like Gen X, we learned to write in cursive in like 2nd grade. And we've written in cursive ever since. You kind of customize writing in script or writing in cursive. I didn't realize how much I customized writing in cursive to my taste, because when I'm having to write the letters properly the way they're supposed to be written, I had the hardest time because I'd write it my way and I go, oh shoot, sorry, I go, that don't copy that, that's not the right way.
I do my capital G for Garza
Mm-hmm.
just bigger than I do the lowercase g. I don't do the little pie thing. That looks like
Yeah.
an I. Yeah. So I remember those pens. My paper always was ripped. Yes, porque se rompían. They would tear
Yeah,
apart.
because the eraser was really grainy.
Yeah.
It wasn't a smooth eraser. It was grainy, so it would just rip your paper.
It wasn't good.
You might
They
as well
always
just
knew
use
you
the
did
regular
it.
pen and throw away the paper.
Yeah, they always knew you did it. They always knew you did it.
And back then, the ink didn't erase all the way either, even if you did a good job erasing.
Which brings us to our national today. So for those of you that wonder, we find all our topics for the day on our National Today page. So visit nationaltoday.com. Did you know today is the National Day of Forgiveness?
I forgive you, Daniel.
I forgive you. But it's more
Thank
about
you.
forgiving yourself.
I forgive you, Christian.
Forgive. Not that you have to say it. Oh,
No,
somebody.
you
I mean, look at the. They didn't do that in school anymore. Unos locos andan sueltos. I'm not like people
What?
commenting on Instagram. They didn't do that in school anymore. Yeah, they didn't do what, the cursive writing. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't. They just started teaching it again because they realized there's a whole generation of students who don't know how. They will sign their names. They sign their names by printing their names, like little kids would. I'm sorry. Well, like now, like adults do. Like literally, they write in block letters.
Yeah. And somebody on Instagram wrote, "Unos locos andan sueltos." A couple of crazies are loose. Talking about us.
Mhm.
We are over here. Roto todo. Yeah, everything got torn. Is there you don't have to say it out loud, but is there something that you still have not forgiven yourself for doing or not doing?
You know, I don't think I've not forgiven myself. I don't know. I've done so much therapy. I don't think there's much left that I haven't forgiven myself for. You know what? There is one thing, and it's still lingering. And I have worked with there. I've gone many, many, many days of therapy on this. It is just the guilt of not being able to get up to Northern California quick enough to be with my mom the day she died. I got there 15 minutes late, and I have not truly let it go. Going, that was the universe. That's how it was meant to be. My mom would want it that way. She wouldn't want me to watch her die or to see her dying. She wouldn't want me to suffer in any way, but I really wanted to be there for her.
Interesting.
And it still chokes me up. So yeah, I haven't quite forgiven myself for that, even though I had no control over it. I got on the earliest flight I could, and I can't make the plane go faster. I can't make the taxi faster. I can't make the rental car service work quicker. I just couldn't. There's nothing I could do. Nothing was under my control, but I still haven't quite accepted that. I know it logically, but emotionally, I'm still kind of beating myself up a little bit about it. So that'll be something for my new therapist when she calls next week.
Yeah, I think we're not going to talk about the whole process, but I think some of the things that have been happening to me in my life lately, I wish I had come out to my mom sooner.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there were so many opportunities where she would ask me if there was anything I wanted to share with her.
Because she knew.
Yeah, she knew. I mean, she knew. I was a little fruit.
They always know.
She knew.
Moms always know.
But I wish I had said something sooner.
Yeah.
All the time, still learning from life experience. Being sober had allowed me to heal in the ways that I never would imagine. Yeah. And
I agree. That's
sobriety.
something I didn't mention. I've had lots of therapy, but I'm 19 years sober. So, yeah. I mean, recovery and program makes a big difference in that too.
Yeah. And that's something that I realized in my recovery as I've got. Like, I wish I wonder how different my life had been.
Oh, yeah.
Like, had I come out to her, I
could just talk to her about stuff.
More of the support. Because obviously I was going to school in Mexico, but I didn't have, like, would I have had a high school boyfriend? Would I have been more open?
Yeah.
Like, how would the level of shame that I carried into my 20s and 30s would I have been left behind in my teens? You know what I mean? Like, all those things. That's one of the things that I talk to. Well, on the count, somebody on Instagram. It's Isabel from. She was in the movie with me. She has that her kids have no idea what it is when they talk about cursive letter. Yes, if you want to trick the kids right now, if you want to
Write it in cursive.
Write it in cursive. They will never figure it out what it is. They will never figure it out. Well, the
No.
counterpart of Forgiveness Day is National Day of Joy. Joy.
I was very happy today, Daniel.
I was happy.
I felt joy.
I'm not gonna lie. I have to tell y'all. So there's an organization called the Social Health Network, and every year they have awards, and I've been nominated for the awards ever since I've been part of this organization. Happy. There you go.
They can't read this.
They can't read
This
it.
is a secret code now.
You could do a horse scavenger hunt on cursive just to see where they go. But
They cannot literally, I watched the kids. I didn't believe it till I witnessed it. Watch them look at this and go, I can't read that. That's not English. And I'm like, they literally said it was not English. And I go, it's English. And it's just, it's cursive writing and you need to learn it.
but
So we're teaching it again, just as FYI.
So telling you that the awards were today, the ceremony was today, virtual. I was nominated for a Lifetime Achievement Award among 4 more. I did not win.
Again. That
Is
is
it
the most frustrating thing you participate in. You never win. They keep electing getting these beautiful, what is it? Who is that? Lucci?
Susan Lucci. I am
Susan, you're becoming the Susan Lucci of WeGo. Or whatever they're calling themselves.
Yeah, now it's Social Health Network.
Yeah, whatever they're calling themselves now, you have now become the Susan Lucci of their awards.
And the day that we were in another meeting and they were like, oh, the awards are coming. I'm like, I'm the Susan Lucci of these awards. The people that I was talking to did not know what I was talking about. It was more frustrating.
Come on.
More frustrating. So today, it was the whole conference today was from 8 to 2 with breaks in between. And the last thing was the awards. And the Lifetime Achievement Award was the last one of the awards. So, I mean, congratulations to the winner. I don't know the gentleman. I don't know really what he does. But it's frustrating because I'm part of, I was the judge on 3 of the awards. And the 3 people that I voted for won, which I was very excited. Tiffany Kairos, who is she's an ambassador she's an advocate for, oh shoot, I just forgot. Epilepsy, won, and she's a good friend of mine, her husband, Chris. But yes, today was not a joyful day, so I am looking forward to dinner because I'm going to get me something that makes me joyful. And so, yes, I will use food as my comfort for the day.
I don't get to do that anymore.
But I don't know what I want to. I was going to do. A lot of people may not know this. There's a thing called Tostadas Siberia. Nancy knows about this. Tacos, yes, more than likely. I'll probably go to my favorite taco place and go get tacos. That's probably what I'm going to do.
Oh, you're going to go up to the taco. My God, I forgot the name.
Carlos?
No, that's not your favorite.
Oh, Laguna Feast. Ooh.
Laguna Feast, yes.
Ooh.
The pork chops.
Maybe I'll do that. I'll go to Laguna Feast and give me some tacos.
I can tell you people, Laguna Feast makes these, I'll just call them Mexican version of pork chops. And they give you these 3 gigantic pork chops marinated in all the whatever they marinated in. They're like little bites of heaven. They're moist. They're delicious. They're like really hearty. And oh my gosh, it's like orgasmic to think about how good they are. And those are, I don't like pork chops, folks. I'm not a big pork person. Definitely have never been a big pork chop person. These pork chops I like. They're the only ones I found I really, really, really like, except for the ones Daniel likes.
B says, good for me that I showed up. Well, I didn't want to be a sore loser. I didn't want to be like okay.
And Susan Lucci was a very, very positive person. She did finally win after 22 nominations, 22 years.
So you know what? it's confirmed. I can say it now because it's confirmed. I'm going to Germany for International AIDS Conference, and I'm going to bring back.
Where are you going in Germany, though, Daniel?
I'm going to go to Munich.
He's going to Munich, and Munich is actually located in Bavaria, which is southern Germany.
So
and the Germans are much nicer and warmer.
I get to be there for 5 days.
Munich is gorgeous.
I'm going to get there 5 days, and
Oh,
our
Do you know
friend
where you're staying?
Ryan, huh?
Do
I
you
don't know
where
where
you're
we're
staying?
yet. I don't know where we're.
Okay.
I mean, yes, I do because it's on the. We're staying at the main campus hotel, but I'll check
Okay.
that in a minute. But our friend Ryan, who we have not seen in years,
Yeah.
it's so coincidental how everything happened. We reconnected, and he lives in Amsterdam, and he offered to fly me to stay with them for 5 days. So I'm going on vacation.
And he's disconnecting.
Totally.
I'm going to be really mad if he communicates with anyone.
The only thing I'm going to be posting is my daily videos because it's a thing that I was going to do for the whole year. If you're not watching my Daniel Day videos, please go watch them. They're all over the sites. But yes, so yes, I'm excited. Which speaking of, I was in San Antonio this weekend for all my friends in San Antonio. This is the MC. So Alianza de Fútbol is the organization that puts together this event. I work for Ford Motors, who is a sponsor of this soccer tournament. The gentleman there, his name's Eric. Eric is the MC for them, and I'm the MC for Ford. And we kind of alternate. It's like a dueling MCs. He says stuff, and then he stops, and then I say stuff. But we work really well together. So I went over there to say hi.
But they didn't originally set you guys up that way.
No.
And they almost made it seem like you were adversarial, like you guys should be competing.
It felt very much like you against you, but I went over there and like said hi and connected with him. And he's from
And they're not, because
Guadalajara.
you guys aren't even talking about the same product.
No, because he's hosting,
basically an MC for the
he's
team.
hosting the soccer part, and I'm talking about
Yeah.
Ford.
Yeah,
And,
so that was funny that they did that.
But we did something together. That's where that picture's from. We ended up doing some activities together on his side, which is the main side.
Mm-hmm.
And people loved it. People loved the interaction. We got some compliments. People were like, "You're so funny together." It's like, okay, so we might be doing that. I'm going to be in Colorado Springs, not this weekend, next weekend. Next weekend.
2 weeks.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. What else is today? Oh, National Chocolate Pudding Day.
Choco Pudding Day. Pudding. Chocolate pudding. I don't know how to say it right.
I like pudding.
Oh,
I like
pudding.
vanilla pudding.
I like chocolate, vanilla, and the chocolate and vanilla pudding mixed together. The swirl.
I particularly like vanilla pudding in the middle of 2 pieces of cake.
Yes, I think they call it a Boston cream pie. Like I made you for your birthday.
I could do it. I mean, the chocolate frosting is good, but if you just give me vanilla pudding and cake, I think I would be pretty happy with that. I think I would be. But this is what I consider. I mean, for everybody out there, I know you're going to argue with me, but I think this is like pretty good pudding. This is arroz con leche. That's
both rice with milk.
We're both pretty good fans of.
Oh yes, and it is
rice
good.
pudding. It is rice pudding.
Yeah, it's rice pudding.
Yeah, if you said it in Spanish, it doesn't sound like it, but it's technically
just rice pudding. Yeah.
Yes, that is from a little restaurant in
Dallas.
No, in San Antonio.
San Antonio. That's right. San Antonio.
Yeah, and I've been taking lots of pictures of the food when I go out. So we don't have speaking of photos, we don't have a junior minute.
We don't have our junior minute.
No, not today
because they're all sick.
They're all sick. We didn't get a picture.
Oh, that's so. I found some older pictures. I don't want to show him when he's little tiny because those are old.
He's so
I want to show his big one because now he's a big boy.
What else are we doing? Oh, before we move on,
I sent you a few TikToks.
Yes, we'll show those in a second. Feliz birthday! If you're celebrating a birthday today, we got a couple of people that we know and love that are celebrating their birthday. Oh, that's not the one. Here we are.
Stephen Rodriguez, Cynthia Tovar, Guy Noland, Torrance Hill, and Camaria Laffrey.
Yeah. Beth Stevens is a friend of mine from Dickinson, Texas. I met her when I was in rehab. Stephen Rodriguez is a adopted nephew who's in San Antonio. Actually, I didn't get to visit with him, but he's in San Antonio. Very smart guy, very cool guy. Cynthia Tovar, my cousin Cynthia. Happy birthday to her. I can say it because she says it. She's turning the big 40 tomorrow. She's turning 40.
Oh, no.
And she's in the military. And so big salute to her. And then Guy Noland,
our 4th of July buddy.
Yeah, which he's out of the country. So I don't know if he's going to be celebrating this year or not.
No, hey, I don't mind us doing
I haven't heard anything. So I don't know if we're going to be celebrating.
Torrance Hill, the ever funny Torrance Hill.
Torrance Hill, fellow comedian. And Kamari Lappy, who is part of the Positively Fearless campaign. She is a colleague and a friend. Happy birthday to all of you. We hope you have a wonderful birthday.
Billy's birthday.
That's going to be you this weekend. What B said that's going to be eating rice pudding or... It's crazy because the Instagram conversation the comments come in later because the video is like 15-20 seconds delayed, so I don't know what they're commenting on. So yes, I hope this is by the way, if y'all have a birthday coming up or if you are celebrating a birthday, let us know and we'll put them on our list. So want to show the first TikTok?
Sure.
Christian is in charge of the TikToks. Let me. So, do you want to set the first one up? This is the sound effects one.
Oh, it's not sound effects, folks. Apparently, this place they are located just outside the locker rooms, and it seems like someone, or I should say, a couple of someones, were doing something they thought was not going to be heard during this interview just outside the locker rooms.
So apparently, people were having sex in the Mavs locker room, and it was so loud that it could be heard at the press conference.
It's not even subtle. I mean, he stopped talking.
Okay, moving on.
And he's making noises.
I don't know what they're doing over there in Dallas, but let your boy in. I don't know who's allowing this to happen on live TV, but I think this needs to be investigated ASAP. And rumors are circulating that it might be Josh Giddey.
I know. I just want to say, she's like, oh, no. No.
So apparently,
I like to think that if they could hear them so clearly, they probably could hear the news crews and all that too. And when they all go quiet, they're like,
I saw this video before. It reminds me, for those of you that are of age, it totally took me back to Porky's the movie.
yes.
Right? You remember that? If anybody remembers Porky's, did y'all remember Porky's? But in fact, Kim Cattrall was the teacher in Porky's.
No one remembers that because that was early in her career. She was not the Kim Cattrall we know today.
And they used to call her they call her what, the poodle, the French,
yeah, something like that. The poodle
something
queen,
like
or poodle something. It was a derogatory, very derogatory.
I don't
that
think
whole
that
movie was.
I know. Okay, I know that I was once in a position where people were hearing me
I think most people have had moments like that when you
And-
think you're isolated and you're not, like sound isolated and you're not.
And we emerged, and I did not realize. Talk about National Day of Joy.
Yeah, when everyone claps when you come out of the bathroom, or when you leave your bedroom and everyone's like just silently watching you, going.
So yeah, it's been one of those. There's been one of those moments.
Or when you're at the campground, you're in the campground shower, and all of a sudden people are like, "I was gonna take a shower."
That was not a grizzly bear.
Yeah, ain't no grizzlies here. Interesting fact. I did not realize this. The California grizzly was hunted to extinction in California. There are no grizzly bears in California.
Oh,
They are extinct here.
that's interesting.
They're all over the rest of the country, but here they were hunted to extinction. I learned that fact during my 4th grade class during the school year.
Today?
I did not know that. It shocked me.
You learned that in school today?
No, I learned it in school during the school year.
Oh,
the
you
regular school
learned
year.
it in school. Oh,
I
okay.
learned it. I didn't know the kids were learning it, and when the teacher read it, I picked up the history book, and I'm like, no way! I didn't know California had anything go extinct. The California grizzly bear died. That's what's on our flag, and we hunted that bear to extinction, but yet it's on our flag.
Interesting.
Very ironic.
If y'all have any random knowledge, information out there, please let us know.
Oh yeah.
It was a slow day. There's nothing. What else went on today?
Well, I told you about the cats we found at school. There was a little kitten. Someone found a very little baby kitten out in the sun, and so they picked. The teacher I'm working with right now is a big cat person, so she's like, she picked it up, brought it in, it got a blanket from her car and put it in the blanket, and tried to feed it some milk and stuff because they need to be fed every couple of hours. And everyone thought it was abandoned by its mom. And then like an hour later, a girl runs into the classroom and says, I hear another kitten. So there's a utility closet in between the classroom wings. And in that utility closet, there's one of the vanes for the vent are broken on the door. And apparently the mama cat went in there and made a home in there with her kittens. And apparently this kitten, she was probably trying to transport them to the safer shelter. And she probably dropped the kitten and didn't know where it was.
Aww.
And so because she had 2 other kittens to take care of, she just went in there and started doing her thing. Well, and they're all feral. But the little ones are so little, they totally love being pet. But they're filthy. So we opened up the utility door, and the mom's all, and she's like lunging and stuff. Well, the teacher bends down, and like the cat suddenly just calms down and lets her pet her, because she must be a catper. Like there must be sort of a cat energy some people have, because that feral cat even let her pick it up for like a couple minutes, which was incredible for a feral cat. I mean, and this cat was feral. Like everyone else, it was like a month or two. But yeah, so we brought the kitten back, returned her kitten, we got a tin of cat food, and she ripped through that in like a minute or two. And then gave her a bowl of milk, swallowed down the milk like it was no tomorrow. Like, I mean, I have never seen a cat gulp milk. I've never even seen a cat drink milk. But she drank that, gone, and like the bowl was clean. And so she apparently was obviously very hungry, probably struggling to keep her kittens healthy. And so now they're going to be brought to a rescue shelter. She's going to get spayed so she doesn't have any more kittens and doesn't have to go through heat and all that. And she'll be able to, and she's going to finish taking care of her little kittens till they're old enough to get adopted. And we already have 3 people lined up to adopt the kittens.
Aww.
And then the mama's going to be at the shelter, a no-kill shelter, so she can get adopted too.
Aw, that's so sweet.
So I thought that was a pretty happy story. And it was very cute. The kittens, man, I don't desire another cat in my life. I've had a cat. I already had a kitten and a cat and all that. But boy, it just brought me back. Like, they're just so sweet. They're so little and so sweet. And they're doing their meow, 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 meow. It's so adorable. And once she warmed up, she just came to life. She was like, meow, 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 meow.
Yeah.
Obviously, she was calling her mom.
That's so sweet.
But it's a very sweet day in that regard too.
Medium is watching us on. By the way, Medium is watching us on Instagram. Hi, Medium. We were just talking earlier. My cousin. By the way,
Hi,
I meant
Medium.
to show this one. I created a video for
Yeah.
the birthdays, and I showed the other one. So here's the
Here's the new improved.
improved. Yes, I wanted to show you. There you go. Thank you. I worked on that for like 30 minutes, and I wanted to show you.
And like we were talking about earlier, I'll say congratulations, Alexa Garza. Is that her last name? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry. So much is happening with life these days. It's hard to keep track.
No, I questioned it too. I'm like, is she? Yeah, she's.
Yeah, I know you did. So congratulations, Alexa Garza, on your new Volkswagen Jetta. It's gorgeous. It's loaded. It's incredible. And keep up the good work in nursing school. I'm very proud of you for going into nursing, man. God bless you. That we know how hard nurses work, so we love you for it. Hello, Preeti.
How are you? Good to see you. What else is happening this week? Mr. Longoria.
I didn't quite understand his post this week, but it just seems like he was sick this week.
It's good to hear from you. I
Yeah.
think based on what I saw, did you have surgery or were you in the hospital? I know you were in the hospital.
I know he was in the hospital.
Healing energy going your way. Hope you're doing better. Thank you for watching us. If you are,
Yeah, thank you.
We wish you all the best. Good to hear from you. A lot of people are under the weather this week, so hope you guys.
Like I said, it's a summer of sickness.
This one, I made the video of it today. Today is National Parchment Day for parchment paper. And I thought about you because you're a baker.
Oh, parchment paper. I'm thinking parchment paper for writing, like what the Egyptians used.
No, today it's
parchment paper for baking.
Parchment paper day.
Which makes it, honestly, it does make a big difference when you're making cookies to just have parchment paper and not flour or lube up the tray, but just use parchment paper. It's awesome. I did not realize how awesome it was.
Did you know that it was actually created? It goes back to the 2nd century BCE.
Well, yeah, parchment paper, absolutely.
Yeah, it's old.
It's super. It's super old.
It's super old.
It's so old.
But somebody hasn't made me cookies in a little bit, so I need cookies. Let's bake some banana bread.
Ooh, I've never made banana bread. I would like to, because I like banana bread.
And then there's all these.
And you should love it because it's made with those nasty overripe bananas.
Yeah, and I'm a banana guy. I do like bananas.
You are bananas.
I am bananas, and I'm wearing yellow today too. Bananas.
BANANAS.
Speaking of, not even related to, but tomorrow is National HIV Testing Day. So all of you out there, if you have not gotten tested for HIV lately, please get tested. There are home kits, so you don't even have to go to a clinic anymore. You can get it delivered. They send it in the mail. You get tested, send it in. And actually, it gives you the results on there, and then you can call.
Oh my God! You no longer have to do that horrific wait in the early old days in the 20th century when you had to wait like 3 weeks for the test results. I said this before when we've talked about this. I remember how torturous those weeks would be because you're just thinking, what if? You're so scared and it has to be so long. Now it's what 20 minutes, I think.
20, yeah. 20 minutes.
20 minutes. And what's funny is people complain about that now.
Yeah.
I have to wait 20 minutes. I just want to walk up and hit them.
If you have questions or are doubtful or want to know where to go anywhere in the country, please get in touch with us. We have connections all over the country. We can send you. And you know what? It made me, when I was in San Antonio, I was having a conversation with somebody and it made me aware of how unaware some people are about the facts and myths about HIV. I didn't say anything in the beginning, but the comment was that there were a lot of people so we were in San Antonio. Mind you, the temperatures were over 100 during the day.
Mm-hmm.
But the hotel we were at, usually the hotels we were at is where a lot of people who come to the tournament stay. So it's a packed hotel. And there was a lot of people in the hot tub. And somebody that I
Mhm.
know wanted to get into the hot tub, but they were intimidated to get in because they had heard that the numbers in Texas
Come on.
had risen. And actually, this is partly true. There is, and I just did a video for it tomorrow, and Texas, um, Texas recently recorded in 2023 4,400 new HIV diagnoses in the last year. So it's only second to Florida. But the comment was that they heard, which is true, the numbers had risen in Texas, but the myth was that it was due to people getting into pools and hot tubs. And I wasn't
That
going to say anything. Like I wasn't,
come on, come
because
on,
it's two different worlds. I'm
come
not there
on.
to be an advocate. I'm there to be an MC. But I was like, I have to say something. Like I have to say something.
That's like saying I won't swim in an integrated pool. Come
Yeah.
on, people.
So
Come on, people.
I was like, before this grows in your head, because that's how myths happen, right? You get that one message.
Well, that's how phobias happen. Yeah.
And I go, before this grows more in your head, I'm like, let me give you some information. I don't think that this person knew what my career
No.
was. And I'm like, I've been doing HIV prevention for almost 23 years. Let me give you the facts. And this person was a little shocked that, like, they were like, really? I'm like, yes. Like, this is the only way that it can happen. It's you getting in the hot tub is not going to do it.
Or a pool.
And I said, so you're okay. I go, you might get other crap from getting in water, like
Cellulitis, all that other nasty
like,
stuff.
there's other things. But HIV is not. So for all of you out there watching that are not familiar with the modes of transmission from HIV, a hot tub.
There's only really one way to get it.
Yeah. So it's sexually, it's intravenous with syringes and blood transfusion. But here in the States, that is a very minimum risk now. So
Yeah, blood transfusion is almost non-existent.
So please get tested if you have any doubts, if you're sexually active, and that is our PSA moment. Get tested. So,
Wow.
and did you know that this is our 142nd episode?
Wow, 142. That's incredible.
Yeah.
All harkening all the way back to that first episode, laying in my bed.
Right before COVID.
Yep.
COVID.
That was
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
It is. It is.
Like-
And we've come a long ways, sister.
If y'all are ever curious, go to our
Okay.
YouTube page. Go to the very first episode. They're all there. All the 142 episodes. They're all there. But if you're ever curious, go back to the very first one. We were laying on the bed. You were laying on the bed. I was sitting on the edge of the bed,
Mhm.
in front of the window for light. And that was
Yep.
our first episode. That was our very first episode. So go check it out. Check it out. What time is it? 1:43. Okay, got it.
What,
You ready?
have another TikTok?
Yeah. You want to go first, and then we'll do the TikTok.
Yeah.
next?
Sorry, little fly. My pick of the week is Bratz, which is based on Andrew McCarthy's Carthy's book about being a member of the Brat Pack and how it impacted their careers, their lives, and the good and bad that came from it. It is a documentary that's on Hulu right now. It's fairly new. The one person I really wanted to see, Molly Ringwald, of course, was one of the people who did not want to be a part of this project. And I'm all, darn you, Molly Ringwald. And but he got almost everyone else except for Judd Nelson, very weirdly, very aloof and not there. But it's really good. It's even interesting to see. He went and talked with Rob Lowe. He went and talked with Demi Moore, Ali Sheedy, just incredible people. And it's like has some really great cutscenes from all of the movies that the Brat Pack was part of. Very entertaining. It does get slow at some parts because this is him, meeting up with old friends or old acquaintances and kind of reminiscing and talking about stuff. So there are moments when it gets a little slow, and I think it's a little long in the tooth sometimes, but worth a watch. If you are a Gen X and you know what the Brat Pack is firsthand, and you remember when the term was on the front of New York Magazine, you'll enjoy this. You'll enjoy this documentary. Young people might not relate to it because I know the movies aren't beyond them, but they don't really. I don't think the Brat Pack, like the name, means a whole lot to the younger generation. You'd have to almost have been there to witness what this group went through in their careers during that time.
Well, I think it's kind of the same as what the Rat Pack was for one generation.
Well, that was the point, yeah.
Yeah.
But
And then,
I didn't realize, what I didn't know was that the New York Magazine writer was using it as a derogatory term to refer to them and to degrade them, not to make it like as popular, make them even more well known than they already were, which it did. It had that effect. It brought a lot more fame to them, but it also really had some very deleterious or negative effects on their careers,
yeah,
and their lives.
I think
It's
for
very
some of
interesting.
them, like you mentioned, like some of them just went on to do amazing things.
Like Rob Lowe embraced it. He didn't feel it was derogatory at all. Like that's kind of what he says in the documentary. Sorry, giving away the one little piece, but I was really impressed with how he's like, no, it was what it was, and I'm okay with it. Bottom line, I kind of got the idea. So I ain't broke.
No, he's doing really well.
It didn't hurt me. I
don't think I've ever not seen Rob Lowe work.
Yeah, no, God, that man works.
Yeah. All right. My pick of the week is America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders. You can watch this on Netflix. The review, the information for it says, follow the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders from auditions to training camp and the NFL season as they chase their dreams and coveted spot on the squad. If you were a fan of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders making the team series, it was like something like 20 seasons or something like that. It went on forever. Christian and I watched a lot of the seasons where they followed the girls along trying to get on the squad. Big difference is that the one that was on CMT, the country music station, was sponsored by the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. I mean, Dallas Cowboys organization. So it was very muted. It was there were some parts that were scripted to make the organization look good. This one is sponsored by Netflix. So the girls, the ladies, are very candid in their conversations and their comments. So we look a little deeper. I'm on episode 5. It's 7 episodes. And let me tell you, the only one that bothers me the most, and I can't remember, it's Jones's daughter. I can't remember. Carolyn, I believe is her name. She isn't. She irritates me because I feel like she takes these, like, the advancements of women in sports, because it is a sport in itself. The way that these women work, and they train and to get on there. She, in one sentence, she took them back in time and made them sound like I'm not going to give away. I don't want to give away, but it's something really worth watching. Like I said, if you watch the original series on CMT and you watch the seasons and you watch this, you will notice the tone is slightly different. Now, the two major ladies, Kelly and is it Joy? No, it's not Joy. I see Christian saying no. But I'll bring him back on so he can tell me the name of the other lady. It's Kelly, and what's the other lady's name?
Tracy?
No, it's not Tracy. Hola, Maricruz, ¿cómo estás? Let me get it, because there's the two major ladies that damn it. Now I can't remember. Judy. Judy
Oh
and
yeah,
Kelly.
Judy
Judy and
Tremel.
Kelly. Judy and Kelly, who were former Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, who have like been. Some people are claiming that they're the mean ones. They are not mean. Kelly and Judy are not mean. If you ever watch them, if you watch this, like
They
they're tough.
feel the pain.
Yes, they're tough because they have to be, and they're brutally honest.
And something that comes up in this series that never came up in the other series, because it was sponsored by the foundation, is that Kelly is completely 100% responsible for the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders as they are today.
Yeah.
She took over after the 70s. She took over in, I guess, the early 80s, and was tasked with, we need to change the image. We need to make something of these cheerleaders. It needs to be more than what it was. And she turned it into one of the most lucrative businesses in the country. Because the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders are a business. They are a tradition-based business. And she designed it from the ground up. No one did it for her. The owner's daughter didn't do it. She did it. And that's something that never came out in the other series, because of course they don't want anyone to kind of know that. Yeah. But that's why she's still there, and that's why she's not planning on leaving until she, like, something on where she cannot do it anymore. Because she even says in the series, she talks about, these traditions, who else is going to hold them up? Who else is going to keep the traditions going? We do have to pass the baton, but we need to teach someone all these traditions. They need to understand.
And Charlotte Jones is the daughter of Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
And Jerry's actually in this for a moment too.
Yeah. And the dude's old. I'm looking
yeah, but he looks pretty darn good.
81. He's 81 years old. But his daughter is she's the one that throws me off. Okay, I'm not gonna say more because y'all gotta watch it. If you're a fan.
Sometimes, yeah, she is a little. Let's just say she's a little old fashioned.
Yes.
And it shows sometimes.
Yes. And I anyway, she. But I've been watching the TikToks, which we're gonna show another TikTok. But I've been watching the TikToks, and people are busting on Kelly and Judy, and I'm like, no, it's not.
They're not the mean ones.
They're not the mean ones.
Well, I don't think anyone in particular is really mean.
Because they're talking about, because this is part of the making the team part. When Victoria didn't make it, and the way that they talked to her, I don't think they were being mean. They were being honest.
And remember, they've known Victoria since she was born. Like, they know Victoria like it's like their own child. So they're not gonna be mean to her. They're just telling her and if you've watched the other series, all I can say is the people making these comments about the way they treat Victoria have not watched the CMT series. You have to see it from the moment she auditioned the first time and her evolution. Because Victoria, the one thing she has failed to do in her 4 years on the squad, she failed to take a leadership role.
Yeah.
That is black and white, ABC, simple. And if you watch even the Netflix series, you could see she doesn't interact with anyone.
Yeah, and she finally talks about what was going on.
And she never even way back in the beginning when she finally made it, she still never told anyone that she had any goal other than making the team.
Yeah.
And that is her. That's on her. That's not on them.
Y'all gotta watch it. If you're
in the real world, guys, does your boss walk into your office and go, I need to know what your goals are, what you want to do? No, they don't have time for that. So it's just real life, folks. They're not being mean. They're being honest.
Go watch it. I've been watching 2 episodes at a time. It's 7 episodes. So I think I'm going to go get tacos. I'm going to go drive and get tacos. I'm going to come back and finish watching it.
Such a good show. I hope they do another season. I hope they're doing the 24th season.
I really enjoyed the overall series, but this Netflix one is so good.
It's gritty. It's grittier and it's darker.
It tells you what we love. We're so fan of these reality shows.
And we love the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. We do. We love
I'm a Dallas boy.
I'm sorry. I said girls. That is derogatory. I did not mean to be derogatory. We love those women. And they are true athletes.
Before we run out of time, I'm going to show you the second video pick from Christian. Can you want to set it up?
This one I did because I thought Daniel would like it too. This is an SNL skit that is showing, you know how some of these like chain taco places like keep adding to the taco. They take a very simple taco and turn it into something absolutely ridiculous. And this is just making fun of those places, these corporate run like Chipotle's and stuff like that just pervert a real basic food thing into something ridiculous that no one really wants or needs.
You know what I love about tacos?
What's that? Everything. Your tacos get any more kick butt than this?
Oh, they're about to, all right. You at Taco Town. We take a crunchy all-beef taco, smother it in nacho cheese, lettuce, tomato, and our special Southwestern sauce.
I just love because it makes fun of tacos. But they do that horrible, like they pervert the food into something it doesn't need to be.
I would order that just to try it.
Just to try it.
I
love. Then we wrap it in a crepe and with scrambled eggs, sausage, and Gruyere cheese, and then it gets so. And there are places that serve tacos that are so big you can't even eat them.
Which I am going to go get some of those tonight. Before we run out of time, I want to remind you, we've got my Grumpy Bunny in the Colors game, which is a guided meditation book for children, which you can buy at these three different places: Awakenings in Laguna Hills, Visions and Dreams in Costa Mesa, and Village Well Books and Coffee in Culver City. And I've got a little story to share about that. I'll share it before we go. Christian.
We have Christian here who loves Christian is a medium consultant. I consult with my main spirit, my maternal grandfather, and I do spiritual coaching, one-on-one, groups, in person, and virtual. You can contact me at cpramir@att.net, remember, not .com, and 310-754-9157. You can text or call me at that number if you'd like to set up an appointment. I'd be happy to work with you.
We also got my personal coaching program. We do one-on-ones, groups, and team building. All you got to do is send me an email at danielggarza@littlemexicanproductions.com for more information. If you're looking for a tarot reader or sound baths, our friend Richard Wayne Kilgo II, you can find him at that name, Richard W. Kilgo II at gmail.com or at rwk2.com for more information. And our show is coming back we're starting August 5th, which is a Tuesday, and we want to hear you. We want a new name. So help us name our new show. If we select the name that you give us, you're going to get a reading for both of us. You get 2 hours of reading, coaching, and a tarot session or whatever you want. But we're giving away to the winner a couple of reading sessions, so that should be interesting. I want to tell this quick story before we go. I was at the bookstore, at the Awakenings bookstore in Laguna Hills, picking up money because they sold my books. I was picking up my books, and I was dropping off some other books. My friend Wayne was finishing with the client. She walked up to the counter, sees my book sitting on the counter, and she starts looking through it, and she's like, "Oh, what's this?" The owner, Brandon, hello, Brandon from Awakenings, says, that is Grumpy Bunny. It's a guided meditation book for children. She's like, "I love it. My son would love this." And he goes, "Well, that's perfect because the author is here in the store."
And she's like, "Where?"
Yeah, and I was standing behind this book thing, so she couldn't see me because I'm short. And I'm like, "I'm not aquí." And so I was able to sign the book, and I was so excited because she mentioned that her son has special needs, and they work with energy, and that he would love to hear the book. So I was able to sign the book for her. I left them more books to sell, which is really excellent. So if you would, I'm gonna show the numbers again. Please, if you don't mind, calling them and asking for my book. Just ask them if they have my book in stock. Those are the three places. Or if you live in the area, stop by and buy the book. But if you buy it from me directly at our website, I can sign it and send it to you, and it includes delivery. So it's really amazing. It was one of those perfect moments on Monday, where everything just aligned, and it was just a beautiful day. So thank you. Her name is Peggy. Thank you, Peggy, for buying my book. Sorry, I really appreciate it. Anything else before we go?
Not at this moment.
Awesome. For everybody, thank you so much. We will see you next Wednesday. For all the people that watched us for the first time today, thank you for being here. We really
Thank you for coming in, tuning in.
and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.